What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more of The Motors, which is to say, one of the lucky dips that I did courtesy of Phil, who initiated the playlist on my channel to begin with, was a tune by The Motors called Dancing the Night Away. I enjoyed it. It had a bit of this early 80s rock feel. As it turns out, they were a late 70s group. But yes, it had an old-time rock and roll feel to it, even if it was mixed with a bit of an 80s rock sound. And apparently they have a throwback style and were, I think, relatively short in terms of the duration that they were around, but a tune that I know was very popular, people commented, was Airport, and there is apparently a greatest hits compilation called Airport, which is The Motors' greatest hits, and after I responded positively to Dancing the Night Away, Phil said he would make that available, so we're back to go through their greatest hits. And yes, the next tune, make sure I have this right, is just Sensation. Yes, so it's a single word title. Sensation relates to feeling, whether you're talking in a neurochemical or like physiological way, which is to say nerve endings being activated by other phenomena, which then works its way back to your brain, or just in a more conceptual sense, the idea of feeling something, which of course could be on the level of emotion or another person's intent or attitude. But yes, sensation is feeling relative to yourself something external. So I wonder if there will be multiple levels of that concept. I don't really know their songwriting style more than just a single track. So yes, let's give it a listen. This is The Motors. The tune is Sensation. And it fits nicely because the first tune on this greatest hits compilation is Dancing the Night Away. So it's like we're just continuing on with the greatest hits already. So The Motors' Sensation, heard as part of Airport, the greatest hits, which I guess was released in 1995?
Nothing left to fight about. I just don't believe
Another fun tune with definitely a throwback style. I would say the chorus in particular had a more oldie-timey feel than the verses, which felt, again, maybe a bit more properly or directly dated to the time that they were making these tunes, late 70s, early 80s. But yeah, ultimately, my understanding of what was happening lyrically seemed to evolve. At first, I thought it was someone who's been treated bad by the other person. Then I thought it was someone who was saying, like, you're making too much of this. It's like maybe he just wants to kiss and to, have a light connection. Maybe a more, let's say, heavy connection, but not with any strings attached or anything that's going to be part of this long story. But then I thought it's the other person who's maybe been reading magazines or romance novels or whatever, and they're expecting something more significant, but he's saying, well, this is nothing to shout about. It's nothing to, think to make more of than is actually here. But then there's the lines about living in America, and what was it, like going to a gallery or like playing in a gallery, someone's giving money. So there's clearly some layers here that I don't quite know how they relate, whereas at first, again, I went through two potential understandings of like an interpersonal, maybe romantic or physical relationship, but there definitely seems to be something happening on a larger scale, and maybe there is a point about America relative to other places. Maybe there's an idea that there's this certain cultural situation, whether that's a fad or a dynamic in America relative to other places. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, we'll have to hear it a few other times, or a few more times, to speak in more human language. But I am curious what people might have to say about the themes. I enjoy the jangly guitar sounds. A couple moments where they got a bit more forceful and robust, if you will. But yeah, just a fun rock and roll tune, again, with a bit of a mixture of like a throwback, like 50s sing-along style, or maybe early 60s sing-along style, but also some moments where it felt more of the time that I think it came from. So, as I said, just a band that I'm really beginning to learn at the very bottom, so we'll have to see, what other sounds may occur over the course of the greatest hits. But I'm guessing, they have a pretty clear wheelhouse or style, and even after 2 tracks, I think that is emerging. So once again, shout out to Phil for sharing, and for all the lucky dips I've yet to go through. And shout out to the Motors for apparently being a band that wasn't around for all that long, but made an impact. Again, when I did that first reaction, a couple people commented like, oh, I haven't heard too much, but Airport's a good tune, and, definitely a couple tracks at least that stuck in people's mind and cultural history. So, in any case, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.